So, Kimberly, what's happening at Black Girl Sunscreen?
Shontay, I just wanted to quickly talk about the launch we had last month, which was Makeup Pop Shades, the trio of beautiful reds that look good on every skin tone. So we just want to remind all our listeners out there that this product has the same benefit. So SPF 50 to protect your lips, keep them hydrated during these colder months when we need that hydration. We want our lips looking plump and sexy and kissable during the holidays. And we have 3 amazing shades. So French Kiss, which is your more vibrant red. We have Red Wine, which is like a deep, bold red, and Cherry Noir, which is, I think, more of a burgundy red. So all incredibly beautiful and all giftable for the holidays.
Oh, I love that. Giftable. I have an off-topic question, but kind of on-topic question.
Yes.
Do you think people want to kiss lips with lipstick or lip gloss on them?
I think that most men will say no because then it ends up all over them. But then who doesn't want to kiss? I mean, really? I mean, come on.
Well, listen, I love Makeup Pop Shades. The colors are so bold and so fierce, just like Black Girl Sunscreen. So we are just really excited to offer these 3 amazing shades named after Francis, one of our co-hosts, and also to be in a new category.
Exactly.
And what that means is that, we are solidified as a sunscreen brand, but having lip gloss that has color brings us into color cosmetics.
Yes,
hey,
ma'am.
now, Black Girl Sunscreen growing.
We're coming.
We growing, doing big things. Okay, we're going to roll into that next person, whoever's about to be in the seat.
All right.
Tell us about your fiance.
Huh?
Tell us about your fiance.
What you want to know about it?
When did you get engaged?
Yeah.
I proposed to her when we went to Turk and Caicos for her.
Oh,
birthday.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And getting married August the 21st.
So did you know she was going to say yes?
Of course.
But do
men don't take that gamble.
They don't?
That's like going to a restaurant without enough money. You know what I mean? You're a fool.
Really?
To take a woman out to eat to a restaurant don't bring enough money, and you're a fool to buy a ring and get on your knees if you don't know. You know the progression of y'all relationship. Plus,
maybe you want to
as a
expedite
man,
it.
no, you don't want to expedite it, man. You the catch. There's very few of us out here.
Okay.
Heterosexual black men who got their thing together. So you the catch. It's the best to be. This the best time to be a black man right now.
We're going to talk about
the draft is open.
Very few of you. You're right about
very
that.
few of us.
Yes. Right?
I'm talking about taking on the responsibility of having a woman. And I'm not talking about monetarily. Y'all are a extension of, you have to be prepared to take, especially such as me. I only date black women.
We rolling.
Yeah, I'm like, okay,
because
we got
you have to take on that. It's a lot with y'all, and I love it.
Let's go into it. What's a lot with us?
Well, your position, your attitude, your struggles, the thing you go through. First of all, you're a double minority. You're a woman and you're black, and a lot of things that comes along with you. And a lot of men, in my humble opinion, ain't willing to take on that. I love it. And then you have an attitude that, very few can deal with. But it energized me. The mitigated goal, some of your attitude. Type of person that just lock you out your own house.
So you being funny.
No, that's true. Men know that. You'll lock us out our own house and feel you right.
Yeah. We don't feel like
because you told us.
Another
you told us.
Take a lap.
Yeah, take a lap. I told you not to come back here this time again and stand in the window and let us know. You just that's how women. It does it for me. It energizes me.
I have a question on that. But
what?
You don't think other women of other races do that?
I wouldn't know that because I have never dated outside of my race.
Okay.
Ever. So I only can give you on the experience that I have with it. You know what I mean? So, I have friends that mostly date interracial and they have their testimonies and we compare them. And
I gotta ask some folks. Kimberly, would you ever lock somebody out of the house?
Yes, she will.
No, she's perfect.
No, that's what makes her perfect.
Kimberly,
Go ahead.
would you lock somebody out of the house?
Wow, that person would have to do something pretty bad.
But she would. That's the question. The justification of doing it, she would. It has to be under the justification. That's what I'm saying about our women.
I don't know, though. I mean, if I'm sharing a home with someone, it's our home. So locking him out of our home, I would have a tough time doing that. I'd rather him come inside and us talk about it and deal with it.
I'm not saying that you wouldn't use that process before it gets to that, but you will never omit that from it being done. If you went through all the mechanisms and the way you handle processing it all the way through, if it got to that point, yes, you would. And then you ain't paying a bill in there.
Well, one, I am paying bills. But
I'm
two,
not saying
I don't know that I have ever been with somebody that would do something so egregious that I would feel the need to lock him out of our home.
Okay. Fair enough. Michael, have you locked someone out of the house, or have you ever been locked out?
No and no. Just like Kimberly, I think a conversation needs to be had. And how can we have that conversation if I'm outside? So, no. I've never locked anybody outside, and I've never been locked outside. So, knock on wood, I don't think that'll ever happen.
Okay.
But have you ever been with a woman that's capable of doing that?
I think everybody's capable of doing anything, but finding the one that won't do
Y'all
it.
new to this.
So, all right. So I have seen somebody. I have seen somebody locked out of the house before.
Okay.
Definitely have seen men locked out of the house, or not welcome back, at least until they figure out the right words to get themselves back into the house.
True.
So that's been my experience. So we already have had an introduction here, but Kimberly, let's give this man a proper
introduction that is deserved. Okay, Quake. All right. Our next guest has spent almost 30 years selling out venues all over the world. He first made his way into households on shows like BET's Comic View, HBO's Def Comedy Jam, Laugh-A-Palooza, and Shaq's All-Star Comedy Jam. Many of you know him from his comedic roles on TV, which include the hits like Everybody Hates Chris, In the Cut, Rel, and Southside. Most recently, you can catch him in his recurring role on CBS's The Neighborhood. His relatable comedic presence on stage resonates with thousands, making him a multi-headliner fixture on some of the biggest tours in the country. The New York Times named him critically acclaimed comedy specials Chappelle Home Team Earthquake, legendary for Netflix, as the funniest comedy special of the year in 2022. Please welcome to the show the beloved comedian, actor, voice artist, and radio personality, the legendary Earthquake.
Thank you, dear Perfect. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for having me.
All right. Wait, we sponsored your birthday
Yes.
party a few months ago.
Yes.
And you was up there selling out, though. On the stage talking about black people don't wear sunscreen.
Well, I didn't know it. We stopped at lotion. You know, once we hit the lotion, I didn't know we needed sunscreen. But my fiance briefed me on it. She used sunscreen, and thank you for introducing her to your line, and she loves it now.
So we have a new line called BGS Men.
What's that?
Sunscreen for men.
Okay.
It'd be great for your head.
Okay.
Your face.
All right.
Your whole body. You like to travel.
I do travel.
Right? You was just in Turks.
Yes.
You play golf?
Nah.
You don't play golf?
Nah, it take too long. I ain't got that kind of time.
Okay.
18 holes is just too many, you know.
Either way.
No pun intended.
Lord. Wow.
Just too
It went
much
way
for
past.
me. I know it. I'm a little quick over here.
Oh, I'm quick too.
Y'all
I
catch
wasn't-
up. It's
I
all
wasn't
good.
there.
Yeah.
But anyway, the sunscreen would be great for you, okay?
Okay.
All right. Kimberly, go ahead.
Okay, so Quake, obviously we know you as Quake, some Earthquake,
No,
but
quite good.
your
Just don't
birth
call
name.
me Earth.
No. Okay, we won't
It's
call you
corny.
Earth. But your birth name is Nathaniel Stroman.
Don't put me out there.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So
on Google.
it is.
I just told them, me and Kimberly had this.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. So I just want you to tell everybody how you got the nickname that is now your name that people know you by.
Well, when I came up with a joke because people ask me all about it, and I'll tell you the joke wasn't first what I came up with, and then the truth. The joke was I wrote a joke saying anytime your mother took every precaution not to have a baby, and she still got pregnant, there's nothing else you can name that child but a natural disaster. And that was the first part of it. And the truth about it is I got out the military after 9 years, and this was just the best decision that day to try to be a comedian. And I didn't want to mess up my real good name in case it didn't work out. So I just came up with the name of Earthquake. So if it didn't work out, and they were like, man, your brother went down to Atlanta trying to be Richard Pryor, and they would never, my family never knew it was me because I'd be under the alias of Earthquake. So I didn't have that much confidence that I could do this, and I didn't want to scully my good name in the process. So I came up with a fictitious name to hide under it, and a better decision hadn't came through, so I stayed as Earthquake.
That's great.
Awesome. I mean, describe your early years on stage. I know you said you were doing tours and on stage in Atlanta. Like, how was it being on stage in the South?
Well, I was blessed enough to have disappointment enough to not be able to get on stage. So I invested and bought my own comedy club to allow me to get on my own stage. And it's called Uptown Comedy Corner. And opened up my own club so I could perform at my own club. And that's why I'm able to continue to flourish now from that time, because wasn't nobody coming to my club at that particular time, because the Comedy Act Theater was the premier black club in the country. They had one here in L.A. and one in Atlanta. And the proprietors of it said, if you would work in that club, you can't work in our club. So I had to do all the time myself, in which I thought it was a backlash, but it turned out to be a blessing because it allowed me to be able to formulate these jokes quicker and rotate on it. So that's how I got in. So I had the #1 club in Atlanta when Atlanta was just popping, and I had all like TLC, and that's why me and Luda are friends, and all of them. I was there when Atlanta just had popped, and I had the club, and it was beautiful.
Quake, as an entrepreneur here, I'm wondering, how did you get the funds, the financial resources to open up your club?
Well, that was quite difficult because I went the normal route by going by my friends and everything, and most of them was athletes. They never gave me no money, but I met this dude named Gary Abdul, and he was booking little one-nighters, and I was like, man, we gotta open up a black comedy club. And I showed him where the other club was short like and not serving our community better. They didn't have food in their club. It was in a bad section, and the service was terrible. So I convinced him, and he found a plastic surgeon who was the #1 surgeon in Atlanta, and he gave us $15,000. I think the first to say, if you can flip this $15,000 through comedy, then I'll come back and give y'all the rest of the money. So we went to Birmingham, and that's when we met Ricky Smiley, and we put Ricky Smiley on stage, and we sold that out, and we told him about it, and then we came back with the money from there, and he gave us $500,000 from there, and it was established from there, and it's been a hit ever since, and it's still doing well now.
So work ethic, I
25
heard,
years.
and relationships.
Well, a blessing of God and someone that believes in your dreams with the financial means to see it. I had a lot of people, was like, yeah, boy, yeah, all right. Then you call they people and you get the runarounds. You found out he done told 15 other people they was going to invest in their barbershop and their salon and everything else. So, but no, that's how it works for me.
Okay.
Well, so it sounds like, though, the grind is different, like how you came up. And now, I mean, what do you think about, obviously, the growth of social media and how that's kind of changed maybe how young comics are coming up?
Well, it does able you to touch your audience instantaneously, that you can see them right there, but it does not I tell young comedians, you still have to play the process and participate in the process of being a comedian. That's like hitting the stage. And I also tell them it's not how many followers you got, it's how many comedians you can follow. And until you can step on that stage and go behind some of the most heavy hitters under extreme circumstances, 'cause especially when you do black shows, they don't start on time, and then it's a fashion show before the comedy show, and then they got to let their little niece sing, and then there's 4 breaks, and then another dude got to rap, and then they get to the comedy show, and then you got 4 other comedians before that. Until you able to go through that and still get the people the money that make it worth, the show worth, and you're a closer, then you can come on this side and say you're a full-fledged comedian.
Yeah.
Well, dang.
Yeah.
So what about the social media comedians, right? 'Cause so that means they have a lot to learn.
Well, they do. I mean, it's just a tool. It's not the end all. And some of them they're gonna learn that. 'Cause see, when you're a social media comedian and there's no retakes on stage, you got to do it the right time, right, and then it's instant judgment, boo or laughter. You know what I mean? You don't deal with none of that when you just do a post and you're funny with a skit. Those things don't.
Wait, let me ask you this: you have a very engaging platform. Is that you? Or
yes.
You okay? Okay.
I have a team.
You got a team?
Yes, I do.
But you are the creative director.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So can we get into this?
What?
This platform that you got.
What you mean?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
what you
I think
about?
you enjoy it.
Of course I do.
Okay.
It's an extension of me. I have a great team. Shout out to Star. She's the one that handles that out of Atlanta, Georgia. She's one of the best person in the world. It's certain things that I send. I call her my quality insurance inspector because there's certain stuff I sent her, and she was like, I'm not posting that. And I'm like, post it. And she said, well, you're going to have to fire me first. And I said, well, all right, then. And then we'll discuss why it shouldn't be. And,
I would love to hear one of your examples.
We had one this morning about Puffy. So, and she was like, no, we're not posting that. And we'll discuss it on it.
Yeah.
And she allowed me to vent. And then at the end of the day, she posts what she thinks that protects the band.
It's on trend though. A lot of people talking about it. A lot of people have opinions about it.
Yeah, but see, I have a problem with some celebrities. You're not. Who are you? I mean, everything you shouldn't have an opinion on. Certain things ain't none of your damn business. You know what I mean? Who are you to have an opinion on everything? Certain people. I'm in the joke telling business. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not the opinionated business. So I'm here for jokes. So that's all I am. Certain people feel that no matter what their title is that they solicit to the rest of the audience, they feel they just because you're a great basketball player doesn't mean that you're the smartest person that comes to politics or this or that. And especially, who are you to make, in my humble opinion, just criticize someone else's journey, what they're going through, and say what you should or what they should not have done. It's no humanity, it's no grace. So I personally try very hard not to judge other people's struggles. I don't. So if you look on my page, I have very few events that I come out and say this. But certain people, as soon as something happens, they feel it's their due, and it's for the clicks and the rest of it, but they just feel they Dr. Phil, and I got to go here and comment on here, and they got a PhD in nothing.
Well, okay. So let's correlate that to politics, though, right?
True.
Because you have opinions.
Politics is different because...
Okay.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
True.
Because people in your comments will say, you are a comedian.
Right,
So,
but I'm still a citizen, so I haven't lost my right for the person that's here that holds with being in the military for 9 years, loaded nuclear weapons in the Air Force. I know the privilege and the responsibility to having a commander-in-chief who has his finger on the button that could destroy this whole world. I have loaded bombs that could destroy this whole world, and this is man-hand. And the temperament of the person with that privilege of having it, you need to speak out. And I say that to everybody that's in the military. How are you going to send certain, especially generals and people of authority, send young, poor white people poor black people, because that's who fight the wars, to go fight these wars, to trigger these wars, and you got a commander in chief that's not stable. Somebody have to talk about that. And if anybody has your destiny and your future in their hands, how you gonna sit around and not say nothing unless you just want to be? I'm not privileged enough to have the ignorance of sitting around to say I can't say nothing about it when you are electing a person who can't even hold his temperament with just a civil conversation with a qualified opponent who happened to be an African American woman, and you want that same person to have the nuclear codes to the bombs that he walk around with the football, and the football is the thing that he can just pick up open without nobody's approval but himself and launch a nuclear war. And so, since I know this, I have to say something about it.
Well, Craig, I follow you, so
Thank you.
I've obviously listened to a lot of your posts talking about the upcoming election and the importance of people getting out and voting. So have you always been this passionate about politics, or is it this particular time?
No, I have always. I mean, I was a Republican, me and Cheryl Underwood, and we was the only two Republicans in the 90s, and we took it to the face all the time. And I got out of being a Republican, and now I'm an independent. But I have always been. I voted for Reagan, it's my age, and so I was in the military. Gave us a 6% pay raise when I was in the military, and those type of things. So I have always been in politics, and you can't help it being in politics where I'm from. I'm from Washington D.C. You know what I mean? So it's rampant there. You know, you deal with the haves and have-nots worse than anybody. You're in the greatest city in the world, and they never show my neighborhood when they show America. Washington, D.C., they just show the Capitol Monument, but you go over Anacostia, you see Lebanon. You know what I'm saying? So I have always been into politics, but I could never be a politician.
What do you think is going to happen on November 4th?
I think it's going to define where this country is going to be in. I think it's going to show, is America ready to allow what should have been happened a long time ago for a woman to come in and be, because she is the most qualified between the two candidates. It really pisses me off that I see men of my pigmentation do not support our women. And I say it all the time. We wouldn't be here as a race if it wasn't for our women, especially men, because they embodied and made us feel substance and made us feel worthy when the world didn't. You know what I mean? And the hatred that we have towards our women, I hope she can overcome that, the sexism, the whole nine. But I think she's going to win. I think she win Pennsylvania. I think the Divine Nine is going to show out. I think.
Are you part of Divine Nine?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I just believe in. You just can't do that. I just don't. I think he just don't know who he messed with. They right up there with the beehives. So. I just think they right up there with the beehives.
On the reverse, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
we don't know what's going to happen in the future. What if it doesn't happen that way?
If he does win, then this country deserves everything it gets.
Oh.
It deserves everything. If you really feel that this country, all great nations has failed, you know, I mean, you got to look through history. Rome was great at one time. This country is not infallible of felon, and it's going to get everything it deserves. And I'm so glad he wasn't assassinated. I'm so glad he didn't go to jail, because do not take the burden off the people. He must be defeated, and he must be defeated at the ballot box. To just announce him, and there needs to be a mandate to say we're against. I mean,
you ain't letting him off easy.
No, I'm not letting the people off easy. You get to choose. This is this is a line. This is a line in the sand, especially for women. The same people that telling y'all what y'all cannot do with y'all bodies is the same people we couldn't get them to wear masks or take a vaccine shot. The same people that's sitting here, telling these people down in Springfield, Ohio, that they're immigrants. Everybody in this country is immigrants except for us. We're just freed hostages. Because everybody else was, came over here from somewhere else. Only person that's natural-born citizens are Indians. So if you sit down here and allow this man to call legal, in my humble opinion, Haitians who was legally put in a town and prospering and helping them out, that he'll throw them out despite their legal status of being legal, and you don't have a problem with that, then and you vote for him despite that, you vote for a man that try to overturn the government of the election, which you didn't send other black, poor white people to fight for other nations for their democratic stance, and you deserve everything this country comes along with this situation.
If it turns out that way, I want to lighten it up for a second.
Come on.
Give me your best political joke. Uh-huh. We on radio though. Yeah. Okay, second best. Radio.
Oh, what's my best political joke? I would tell you this, and nobody finds it funny, but I think it's important.
Okay.
If I was single and I didn't have a woman in my life, I'd be right upset that I didn't get the chance to date goddamn Kamala.
What?
Because she was there. She was in our community. Mm-hmm. Like, one thing I love about myself is being a millionaire and not bragging off. I'm accessible. I was always at Rouse at the bowling alley, so you could have got to me. Kamala's the same way. She was an AKA, went to a HBCU, and you slept on the future president of the United States. As a single black man, you should be over there talking about, I need a better scouting system. You understand? I've been looking the wrong places. You understand? Here I'm in the strip clubs and everything else, and she over there with aspiration of being, I could have been the second man in the White House had I just had a better scouting system. I did not see the potential of that sister when she was in there just, stepping in the name of love.
Okay. We're going to play a game of this and that. Wait, we're going to play a game. I got the first question. Yes. Wait, you ready?
Come on with
Okay, stand up or acting?
Stand up.
Cigars or cognac?
Ooh. I'll have to say cognac.
Do you miss your hair? Or would you rock a man union?
Hell no. As soon as mine started going, I said, we got to get up out of here. Let it go.
Let it go.
Baldness was, the first week it was rough, but after that it was smooth sailing. I just get upset with the barber shop. They charge you the same if you got hair.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'm just like, hey, man, you ain't no hair on the floor. Come on, man. You understand? Come on. What's $50 for what? So, baldness, I take it anytime, bald head. But you have to have a good head to go bald. Because some of them got messed up head. Yeah.
Okay.
Big dent.
Yes, go ahead.
Crusty lips or crusty eyes?
Ooh. I take the eye before the lips. Them lips, crusty lips, just yeah. Because you can go on the dab.
For sure.
You don't have enough spit for crusty lips. They dry right back up. You know what I mean? They ain't properly moisturized. They coming back to crusty. You understand? The eye, you can go on and give them a little hint, and you're good. But them lips live on. They like Freddy. You can't kill crusty lips unless you got some chapstick or something on it, some Vaseline.
I got one. Civilian or non-civilian?
In what way?
In the way of
military.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, civilian. Military was the best decision I ever made because it allowed me to meet other races of people being in from there. But it played its course. Yeah, but no, I love being a civilian. I'm too old to call another man sir.
Okay.
Lord.
Yeah, I had a problem with that.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You know?
Stinky breath or stinky feet?
Breath, the worst. Only way you catch my feet if I take my shoes off. Your breath is out. It's in everybody's face. You ain't putting your feet in people's face. You understand? But your breath. Yeah, that's the worst on a woman. And how do you tell her? Give her a mint? What's the proper way, Kimberly, to tell you, baby, you're a little tart?
No.
Either that or, how about a mint?
No,
piece
this is
of
what you gotta
gum?
do. You eat the mint. You say you want one?
Oh.
Nah, I'm more direct. Babe, Chris ain't helping you this morning. We're going to have to.
No,
we
I
need a little
agree.
extra.
I agree.
Come on.
Just
Yeah,
tell her.
because we got to be
Yes.
straight with each other.
Thank you.
Baby, you must have skipped today, huh?
And then,
That
okay.
back tooth was taking over the whole mouth.
Stop
Okay.
it.
And
Yes.
that bad too.
Stop it.
That back tooth was just
Strip-
taking up the whole crib.
Strip club or comedy club?
Oh, that's rough. To hang or to work?
Hang.
Oh, strip club.
Okay, so while you're there, are you eating a cheeseburger or chicken wings?
Chicken wings. Lemon pepper.
Whoa.
With a shot of scotch. 18-year Macallan. 4-finger.
Okay.
While I see a beautiful God-given creature in front of me doing her best dance. Oh, that's a blessing.
Okay, so
That
we've
is
done
a
this
blessing.
before.
Oh, yes, I am. Magic City. Shout out to Magic City. When I first moved to Atlanta, I met the owner, and I was there so long. He said, "You have been here for 12 hours."
Straight?
I said, yes. Because it was my first time ever seeing something like that. It was like, oh, my God. Because somebody told me it was a regular club, and I had dressed up like it was a club.
Yeah.
And it was a strip club, and I've never been to a strip club of that and to see black. Because usually, in white clubs, you got one or two sisters in there, and she don't be dancing like a sister. She be dancing like my Caucasian friends. Oh, Billy was a bad boy. Who is Billy? So, you know.
Okay.
Go.
Okay, quick. IG Live or IG Reel?
IG Live.
Okay, standing up or upside down?
Up, baby. Always up.
Blinds open or blinds closed?
Open.
Okay. Lights on or lights off?
Oh, they got to be off.
Mm.
Yeah, I like it with the lights off. Let me find my way.
Sex tape or mixtape?
Mixtape.
Mm.
I ain't into no sex tape. Let your memory remember.
There you go.
Yeah, we don't need no.
No evidence here.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't need that. I enjoyed it. I like the memory in my head.
Okay.
I don't watch porno either, so
Okay.
no.
Tim Scott or Herschel Walker?
I go to Herschel because, he played football, so he got an excuse. You know what I mean? Being hit upside the head a minute. Tim has no excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fat Albert do.
Okay, Condoleezza Rice or Candace Owen?
Condoleezza Rice. Candace is just confused.
Biden or Kamala?
Come on, Kamala. But I love Biden because Biden did so much. He put the first Supreme Court black on the Supreme Court, black woman on the frame, and made the first black woman period vice president. So it's tied, to be quite honest.
I think I know your answer, but Kamala or Trump?
Okay, so JD Vance or Mike Pence?
Tough.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up, but if he wins,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
what does that mean for you? Do you leave the country?
No,
Do
I
you-
ain't leaving.
Do you stay? Do you
No.
make
I'll
him
make-
part of your material for the next 4 years? What do you do?
Well, I mean, interest-wise, he's going to help me out because I'm rich. You know what I mean? So the tax cuts are going to go from corporate rates of 27 or something. He said he's going to bring them down to 19. And, I don't have president problems. You know what I mean? And so if he wins, I'm a black man. I would adapt like I've always adapted. And you know what I mean? That's one thing about us. We would adapt. But for the country, it's going to be hell. It's going to be hell. And they deserve everything that comes along with it. And I will say that again. If you just sit down, I mean, it's no comparison. So we'll see. We will see.
We will see.
Yeah.
Very soon, actually.
Yeah.
So,
some of us need to move to like Montana or somewhere. We need to spread out. We already got California. We need to just everybody just move and spread out to some of these other swing states and move our votes around because it really ain't a democratic society because they haven't Republicans, which I used to be a part of, haven't won the popular vote in 8 or 9 elections. They like 1-7. So democratically, we don't, as the people, we don't agree with their policy. It's just the electoral college that we lose on. And I don't think Montana should get that kind of much, that kind of juice, and they only got 4 people in there.
Quick, what's next for you?
I'm developing a TV show. I'm going to do another Netflix special. I'm going to do an animated show. I'm on Everybody Hates Chris, and we have an animated show, all that, and it's coming out next month. Matter of fact, we're having a rap party this Tuesday, I think. I have the #1 radio show on Sirius XM. It's called Quake's House. We're going to continue to do that. Shout out to my boy Kevin Hart on that. I'm going to do a couple of movies, and then I'm going to get me some real money, and then I'm going to tap out.
Oh, you busy.
Yeah, got to get that paper. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are expensive. The most expensive thing I have in my life is my woman.
And you're listening to Shamelessly Shontay.
You understand? Very
Bye.
expensive. She says it's standards. She says it's standards.
You're great.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So good.
Just put on your black girl sunscreen. Ay, black don't crack a dozen. Black people get sunburned too.